Are China and Russia friends, competitors, or potential foes in Central Asia? Central Asia, historically a crossroads of civilizations, is now a focal point for the strategic interests of global powers, particularly China and Russia. This essay explores the intricate relationship between China and Russia in Central Asia, delving into whether they stand as friends, competitors, or potential adversaries in this geopolitically significant region. The geopolitical tapestry of Central Asia is woven with threads of history that shape current interactions. The region was formerly a part of the Russian and Soviet spheres of influence, while China's engagement was relatively limited. The disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked the beginning of Central Asian countries' pursuit of independence and the entry of external powers. Cooperation and economic interests. Collaboration between China and Russia in Central Asia is evident through their involvement in organizations like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) and the Collective Security Treaty Organization (CSTO). These platforms facilitate cooperation on security and economic matters. The two nations recognize the mutual benefits of stability in Central Asia, given its proximity to their borders and their shared interest in countering extremism. Economically, China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative (BRI) aligns with Russia's objective of fostering economic integration in the region. China's investments in infrastructure, energy projects, and transportation networks bolster connectivity, potentially opening up new trade routes for both countries. This shared economic interest serves as a foundation for cooperation. Competition for influence. Parallel to cooperation, a competitive undercurrent runs through China and Russia's engagement in Central Asia. China's economic strength and strategic investments have led to concerns about its expanding influence. Russia, historically the dominant player in the region, views China's rise as a challenge to its authority. Notably, the competition extends to the energy sector, where China's demand for Central Asian resources competes with Russia's energy exports. Russia's historical ties and military presence in Central Asia offer it a unique edge. Military bases in countries like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan solidify its status as a security provider in the region. This security presence aligns with Russia's interests in countering terrorism and extremism while maintaining stability. China, while lacking a comparable historical military footprint, seeks to enhance its security engagement through the SCO. Cultural and ethno-linguistic factors. Cultural and ethno-linguistic ties exert their influence on the China-Russia relationship in Central Asia. Many Central Asian countries share linguistic and ethnic connections with Russia due to their Soviet past. In contrast, China's Xinjiang province shares borders and cultural ties with Central Asian nations, particularly concerning the Uyghur population. These connections can either catalyze cooperation or raise concerns, contingent on the context. The terms foes or enemies might be overstated to describe the China-Russia relationship in Central Asia. A more nuanced perspective reveals a multifaceted connection encompassing cooperation, competition, and the potential for conflicts. While shared economic interests, historical bonds, and geopolitical realities enable cooperation, the competition for influence and differing priorities can strain the relationship. Geopolitical strategies. China's Central Asian endeavors stem from the BRI, aiming to secure energy resources and establish trade routes that bolster its economic growth. Russia's engagement, guided by the Eurasian Economic Union (EEU), seeks to uphold its historical sphere of influence, ensure energy exports, and counter extremist ideologies. Their strategies reflect both converging interests and areas of potential divergence. Energy cooperation and rivalry. The energy sector serves as a pivotal arena for China and Russia's interactions in Central Asia. Russia's dominance in the energy market, with vast oil and gas reserves, is a strategic asset. However, China's surging energy demand necessitates diversification. This dynamic has driven Chinese investments in the region's energy infrastructure, fostering partnerships with Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan. Russia and China's 2014 gas deal marked a significant step toward energy collaboration. The Power of Siberia gas pipeline, which transports Russian gas to China, illustrates their capacity to balance cooperation and competition in the energy realm. Although they vie for resources and markets, the mutual benefits of joint ventures contribute to regional stability. Security cooperation and challenges. Central Asia's security landscape, marred by terrorism and extremism, compels China and Russia to coordinate efforts. The SCO, co-founded by the two nations, addresses regional security challenges and promotes counter-terrorism collaboration. Anti-terror exercises and intelligence sharing exemplify their shared commitment to stability. Nonetheless, disparities in perceptions and priorities can complicate security collaboration. Russia's historical military presence and alliances may clash with China's emerging security role through the SCO. The challenge lies in aligning approaches to counter-terrorism while respecting each country's historical role and security concerns. Ethnic and cultural affinities. Ethnic and cultural factors further influence the China-Russia dynamic in Central Asia. Russia's historical ties and shared ethnicity with countries like Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan trace back to the Soviet era. China's Xinjiang province shares borders and cultural connections with several Central Asian states, particularly concerning the Uyghur population. China's treatment of Uyghurs, which has sparked international criticism, requires a delicate balancing act to preserve its relationships in the region. Trade and economic balance. Trade relations between China and Russia and Central Asia are integral to their engagement. China's economic might and demand for resources position it as a desirable trading partner for Central Asian nations. Russia, leveraging historical trade links, aims to maintain its economic clout. Striking the right balance in these relationships is vital to prevent economic cooperation from undermining Russia's traditional standing. China and Russia's relationship in Central Asia navigates intricate pathways, encompassing collaboration, competition, and potential conflicts. While both seek stability, counter-terrorism, and economic progress, their differing geopolitical strategies, energy requirements, and regional preferences introduce elements of rivalry. The evolution of Central Asia's geopolitical landscape, as well as broader global shifts, will continue shaping their interactions. Central Asia's significance as a crossroads and a nexus of interests underscores the importance of China and Russia's approach. As China's economic ascent coincides with Russia's efforts to uphold historical influence, finding equilibrium becomes paramount. Striking the balance between their interests, cultivating